Okay, so we want to simplify this particular sum here, and I want you to look at the numerator. It says x to the power negative 2 plus x squared minus 2 over x plus 1 times x to the negative 1 all squared. So to simplify this, I can see that in the numerator there, I can express x to the power negative 2, that is the same thing as 1 over x squared plus x squared minus 2. And in the denominator also, I could express this as 1 plus x over x, since x to the negative 1 can become the denominator there. And all this, remember, is being squared. And now from here, I can see that in the numerator, I can find a common denominator, which is x squared, and that becomes 1 plus, this becomes x to the power 4, and that is minus 2x squared. So that's what I have in the numerator. And in the denominator, I can express this as 1 plus x, and that is squared, and all this is over x squared. So what do I observe here? I observe that within the numerator here, the numerator of the numerator, I can factorize that. Or perhaps if I'm to write it a little bit neatly, I can write this as x to the power 4 minus 2x squared plus 1 over x squared. And you can see that it's the numerator divided by this denominator. So if I change this division line to multiplication, I could have this as x squared over 1 plus x and all that squared as well. So that's changing the division to multiplication. Now, if we look at this fraction here in the numerator there, we can factorize it. And if we factorize that, we are going to get x squared minus 1 times x squared minus 1, and all that is over x squared multiplied by x squared over 1 plus x squared. And what then do we observe? We observe that this that we have factorized also here, we can still factorize furthermore, because that is difference between two squares. That is difference between two squares. So this becomes x plus 1, x minus 1 times x plus 1, x minus 1. If we factorize these two brackets here, in each bracket, that is difference between two squares. And you can see here now that this is multiplied by x squared over 1 plus x, and all that is squared. So you can quickly observe here that there are some things that can cancel out. For example, here you can see that x squared and x squared can cancel out. And I've got x plus 1 or 1 plus x here squared. So this and that can go away. So what is ultimately left here is this bracket times that bracket, which is x minus 1 times x minus 1, which is the same thing as x minus 1 squared. So we have simplified this particular fraction to reduce to be x minus 1 squared.